Let's hear from the coach. This is Behind the Beard with Bobby Smirniotis, Forge FC head coach and sporting director. Now, the woman who takes us there, here's Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge.
Listen, Bobby, let's change topic.
You can get the story from me after.
Okay, actually?
Yeah.
Okay. You had the past 2 days off.
Yes.
I remember one time you told me you don't like days off, though. No. So what'd you do? How'd you fill your time?
You always like the days off. What you don't like sometimes is when you get back. Because when you get back, you think you've missed something. You think something's not happening. You've been detached from everyone. So, maybe the players aren't going to be sharp in the next training session. So that's the part that I don't like.
Okay.
I don't mind, having a
the
day to relax and do a little bit of nothing.
So you just chilled?
Yeah, some stuff around the house.
Well, I guess your family's in Greece now.
Yes.
So you were really chilling, just alone.
Yeah, a lot of cleaning of the swimming pool.
You have a pool?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Not that it needs to be cleaned, but
just
something
felt like
to
it.
do.
You had the time?
That's it. Something to do.
Are you a big swimmer?
Yeah, I like to swim.
Have you been watching the Olympics?
Haven't seen any of the swimming.
We just had a Canadian win the gold.
I know. Oh, gold.
Yeah, she's 17.
Oh, that was yesterday. No, it was today?
Maybe today or yesterday.
Or maybe she was swimming in some heats yesterday.
Yeah. You're right, because she also got a medal a couple days ago.
There you go. That's what I remember. So she got a gold today.
She got a gold today.
Fantastic.
Whew, there you go.
Excellent.
There's your swimming fill for the day.
Excellent. I was just watching 3v3 basketball.
Yes.
Did not know that was a sport in the Olympics.
3x3. Yeah.
Looked pretty good.
I played a game with Bex earlier today on 2 Truths and a Lie, but Olympic Sport Edition.
Okay.
Testing him on what crazy Olympic sports are actually a thing and which ones aren't.
Bowling.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
It's making its debut this year, bowling. But the 3v3 it looked good.
Yeah. Did you know, actually, we won't get too much into it, but the women's Canadian team I think they're ranked first in the world.
We're talking
3x3
basketball?
basketball.
3x3.
Yeah. Just quickly.
Why not say 3v3? 3x3.
I don't know. It's a basketball thing.
3 times 3 is 9. Okay.
Oh, you would go to numbers. But anyways, the team started with 2 sisters, and they just recruited a friend, and now they're ranked first in the world.
There you go. Well, they were winning by 10 before I came into the room here.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Anyways, yeah, I've kind of watched it on and off, but
okay.
You were just cleaning your swimming pool on your off days.
That's it.
That's funny.
Pretty much.
Did you get a chance to see any of the superheroes during the match on Saturday?
I want to say this gentleman on the other side of the camera was a superhero or no?
Yeah. Exposed. Let's go.
Will, yeah.
Which one?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yes. Yeah, so you're taking pictures as the guys are walking out of the tunnel. All of us on the bench.
Photo guys.
Yeah.
Spider-Man photographer
yeah, we're
by
trying to
day.
figure out who was who, and I think Iron Man walked by my office.
Yeah.
So
I actually took a photo of Dan taking pictures of the walkout in the Spider-Man suit.
So I definitely remember Iron Man and Spider-Man. Yeah, there it is. With the CPL vest on for.
That's so funny that you put the vest over top.
Me to wear that, yeah.
Spider-Man needs to take pictures at the game.
He needs his credentials too.
The league's not good enough with your Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's really funny, Dan. Good on you.
That's great.
Successful superhero match day, I would say.
I think so.
I know you're not a big Marvel guy, but they played the...
Why would you say that?
Well, I remember you telling me that you're not super into superheroes, right?
Into comics and stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the movies.
Okay, fair.
I just don't know who's who.
Did you recognize the music, though, when you were walking out?
No.
Oh, it was so cool. They were playing the dun, dun, dun. Wait, what is that sound?
That's the alarm on the door going out here that will probably be going off for the next 5 hours. And it does that randomly since my first day here in 2019.
Really?
Yes.
How often? This has never happened in Behind the Beard.
Oh, it's there.
If you hear a faint ringing...
That's what it is. Since 2019. And nobody's figured it out.
Smokes. All right. Yeah. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the intro music was really great. And then before the match, Malik and I were talking about potential players as superheroes or you as one, and we came to the Hulk.
For?
You.
For me. Why did Malik think that?
Well, we were just saying how, you know what? In fairness, I did just say, imagine Coach Bobby as the Hulk. Okay. And then he said, I don't think he'd ever turn back into a human.
It's a great accent.
Do you think I sounded like him there?
Yeah. Well, you understand half of what he's saying. Because he mumbles a little bit too.
Yeah. He's definitely a mumbler. Anyways, could you see that? Press
Hulk?
conference, Bobby, normal.
Yeah. The Hulk? Yeah. Maybe the players have seen that side of me a couple of times.
Fair.
So I can see where they're going with that one.
All right. Well, I guess I got some questions for you that we can talk about today.
Right.
First of all, unbeaten in the month of July. So first question would just be, what sorts of things do you feel are clicking for the group right now?
You know what I love about what we do here? Is sometimes you'll say some things that I've never even thought of. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that we're undefeated in the month of July.
Boom.
There we go.
Come on.
Thank you for that one.
No problem.
All right.
I got stats too.
July's done?
Tomorrow it'll be over.
So we don't have another game. We've got a lot of games in August.
Yes, and we'll get to that.
Okay. Going undefeated in August would be good.
Yeah.
All right. What was the question?
Well, what do you think's clicking for the team?
Well, I mean, I think we've been playing good football for the majority of the season. You know, apart from maybe one or two games, I think we've been very good. Sometimes luck hasn't been on our side, but you got to make sure that you're not playing for luck. That you're in control of things and doing things well. And I think steadily that's what we're doing a better job with, both on the ball and off the ball.
Yeah. Looking at this Halifax match in particular, you talked about in the press conference the importance of flipping the script and allowing them to maintain most of the possession so Forge can capitalize on the attacking opportunities. You also said that if you play a certain style for a couple weeks, for example, you have to be able to play the opposite. So how do you go about instilling such a distinct style of play within a team and also building that comfortability for them to almost contradict it in certain moments? Yeah,
sometimes you're not going to do it blatantly from before the match, but you're going to prepare the players to understand that there's going to be moments where you're not going to be in control. So that way you allow things sometimes to naturally happen. So it's something that we do. It's we don't walk into a game saying, guys, we need to dominate possession.
Yeah.
It's something we're going to do because we know how to do it and naturally comes. And then we also know that, if another team is having the ball and we're finding spaces, that's a game where now we can sit off a little bit. We know Halifax is a team with a lot of midfielders, a lot of good players in possession, but maybe not a lot of punch in the attacking line. So, they can keep the ball for large periods of time, but, it doesn't really come into something that's dangerous if your block is compact. And then you also find a lot of space going at them very quickly. And they've been able to do the exact same thing to us in the past, where we've been dominant in the games and they've relied on that. And, once in a while, you need to surprise some teams. So that's what we try and do.
Make them think they're comfortable.
There you go.
Sure. Okay, well, you just talked about it there, finding space. When you were asked about Kwasi Poku in the press conference, you talked about how important his movement was, and he's scoring because he's in the right places at the right time. So apart from Kwasi, of course, having so many personal achievements now and scoring a lot, how do you think those dangerous runs in behind set the rest of the team up for success?
Yeah, it becomes an automatic for everyone else around them to know that he's going to get to the places in the box, whether the ball's coming from a wide area, he's going to be making runs in behind. That one gives them an opportunity to play through, but then also opens up space for players to dribble on the inside and create different things. And in all of the goals, something like that has occurred. And he's a player that gives us a lot of potential danger in behind the opponent's back line, and that's always a good thing.
He knew actually I was going to interview him at halftime, which was so helpful because as an in-game host, trying to grab a player on the way into the locker room is not necessarily the most fun task. Shout out Nico, by the way.
He does a great job.
He does a great job. He just kind of bodies the players and grabs them. But
players
Kwasi,
walk by you and they're just looking the other way.
They're just like trying to run as fast as they can. But Kwasi looked at me and he was like, yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
This game was at 7 p.m.
Yes.
And I don't think you've had a later game, at least in recent weeks, or maybe not at all this season.
We have.
At least at home.
No, we've had the cup matches.
Okay.
Match with TFC earlier in the cup in the year with York, but I think those would be the only two ones.
What do you prefer, the 7 or the 4 o'clock?
7's not bad. It's a pretty good one. 4, I think, is a natural one, but when you're looking at the middle of the summer, it's also quite warm. This way, 7 is great. The shade is fully over the field, and it starts getting the shade into the crowd. And the crowd was excellent on Saturday night. And for them to be excellent, you want them to be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think that all helps, and it creates a great formula. And there's always something special about playing under the lights, playing in the evening. I think players enjoy that, and I think that comes with a magic usually of cup competitions, of CONCACAF competitions, Champions Leagues, and all of those things. So I think it's something we went to last year, and I will have a few more of those games as we go into the summer. There you go.
Sweet relief. It stopped, everybody. Sorry, I was listening to what you were saying. Yeah, I love a 7 p.m. game, and the crowd was fantastic on Saturday.
Great.
It was a good crowd. Did you see the little kids in their costumes too?
No.
You didn't?
No, they're all the way on the other side.
Okay, sorry.
And I'm kind of looking at that thing that's in between me and them.
There's something in between,
Something in between.
the bench and the fans.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm always looking at the kids in the costumes.
Great kid was our national anthem singer.
Oh my gosh, she was
Phenomenal.
unreal, hey?
Yeah.
How old was she? Like 7?
I don't know. She was great.
Holy crap. Her mom actually told me after. I was like, great job. And she said she's coming from the Yankees Stadium or something.
Okay, then. Interesting.
She's got to get on American Idol or something.
There we go.
I know.
Maybe you got to be the manager.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll volunteer. But it made it easier for you because you didn't have to dodge 50 kids going to shake the hand, eh?
Yes. Didn't have to do that this time.
All right. Well, Valour this Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? Do you travel on Saturday?
Saturday. So we'll go in on Saturday. We'll train. We'll train there. Usually we don't, but they've installed a new turf.
Yeah.
This season, so it's obviously something we want to be able to just go get a good feeling for the day before the game, and looking forward to it because it's a great stadium.
Yeah.
Great place to play, but the field was
Not great.
no, it wasn't good at all.
I forgot they were getting their whole thing kind of revamped.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it, and they've had a very good match this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and just as every game, it's an important one for us as we keep on trying to move up in the table.
Yeah, as you said, they had a great last game. I believe they're coming off a 3-0 victory. The last time you played them, 2-1, but you did say you felt there were plenty of scoring opportunities, and you needed to be more ruthless in finishing. The first 70 minutes were good, but then maybe it got a little iffy in the last 20. Do you feel that that's still a similar sentiment in terms of being ruthless in finishing in these past couple of weeks?
Yeah, of course, because if you take your opportunities, and we're creating a lot of these, and we go back to even this past weekend, we've created some very good, high-quality scoring chances. You go back to the previous game against Cavalry in Calgary, and we were fantastic in the first 45 minutes. It's important to take the lead, and it's important to keep on going, because once you can get yourself up and go up by multiple goals, as we went up this past weekend, you can set a different pace to the game and what you're doing.
Right. So as we said earlier, August is going to be a very busy month.
Yes.
Tomorrow's the last day of July, which is crazy. But lots of midweek matches. Of course, the Canadian Championship will continue. So how do you strike that balance between, keeping the players in peak performance, but also managing fatigue here?
You just look at the game that's in front of you. That's the most important thing. Sometimes, when you look at the science and the data of things, you get a lot of information, but then you start losing focus on that game that you have in front of you, because that's the one that's important. You can't plan this game knowing that, okay, I've got to do this in the following game and the other one, because that will skew what you're doing on Sunday. So for me, and in my experience, it's taking it one game at a time, because you can't predict what's going to happen after that. Maybe sometimes it could be a health thing. It could be some different things, cards, accumulation at this point of the year, suspension. So focus on the one you have in front of you. And then, we've done a great job over the years, because we've done it a lot of spinning games every 3 days, and we've got a formula to do that from training, from rotation of teams, and so on. But again, the most important thing is the game that you have in front of you. Okay,
well, let me switch the way I'm going to word this next question with that, based on that answer. Okay. You talked about, again, in the press conference, how this club prides itself on its depth and looking at player absences in a more positive light, in the sense that there are opportunities for players. So how do you, maybe in a more immediate sense, find that gives this team such a big advantage?
Yeah, I mean, we can try and be as fresh as possible going into each game. If you have this full squad healthy over the next couple of weeks, that allows you to make natural rotations in the team where nothing really changes in the team. The standard is high, the level of the players is high, and you're going to get the best out of everyone and keep them also in a position to be performing their best, limit any risk of injuries, which comes along with having a month with seven games or so. So I think that's what it gives us. It gives us all the players ready, so to be able to go on the decisions that we make game from game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got one more thing for us. And funnily enough, you mentioned earlier that sometimes I say things that you don't actually know, which is funny, because I was going to say, you teach me so much. I feel like I'm the one doing the learning here.
What have you learned today?
Well, you
haven't
said
had my
unbeaten
teaching
in
moment.
July, and then you.
Okay.
Oh, but I just feel like I've gotten better because of the conversations that we've had.
Fantastic.
So maybe in like less objective ways. However,
Here we go.
my friend Jules over here has been asking some funny questions to some of the athletes, including the Tie Cats, and there was some slang that I thought was quite funny, and I thought that I could enlighten you on.
Okay.
However, I do want to know, because obviously you have young kids,
Yeah.
maybe you've heard some of these words before. If not, I'm going to take you through a little clinic,
Okay,
a little
here we
slang
go.
clinic.
So I have to guess.
Yeah, I have to
All right.
guess, and then if not, I'll kind of do the explanation.
So we're going into like the world of TikTok here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I have to think hard about my
The evil
kids.
smile. Yeah. I'm sure the older one has
Yes.
said some of these words. Okay. I'm starting easy, okay?
Okay.
Rizz.
Rizz.
Have you heard that? Here, let me join.
So funny enough, if you're a Greek Canadian, we have like our own Greek Canadian lingo.
Really?
So there's a Greek word
Okay.
that we use. I don't use now when we're younger.
Yeah.
Which was that, which means in translation, what's the
The
translation?
Greek lingo. Interesting.
So I'm trying to think if it
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
has anything to do with this.
Yeah.
It's when somebody's done something to that then they may be ashamed of or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See, I think the difference here is that this,
Rizz.
This-
Rizz.
in this context, it stems from the English word charisma.
Charisma.
So I don't
Somebody
know.
who has charisma.
Yes.
No, totally opposite.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
guess it doesn't have a.
No.
Interesting. Do you still use that like Greek
No,
lingo now? No.
That's
Okay.
something that I probably used in high school.
Okay, fair. How about extra? If somebody is behaving like you're being extra.
Just like showboating, maybe?
Yes.
There we
yes.
go.
Come on. Come on.
1 for 2.
Yeah. Okay. This is pretty good. Yeah. It's like they're doing too much.
Yeah.
You're showboating. That's cap. If you say something and then I go, that's cap.
Like, that's excellent. That's top. That's, no? Because cap, like a cap on your head on top of everything. No?
Excellent. Right on.
No, it's opposite.
That's cap. That's a lie.
That's cap. That's a lie. How does that make sense?
I honestly don't know. Don't know the origin story of that one. Okay. I still have hope for you.
Okay. That's cap. Wow. Okay, let's go. Come on.
You got to start using this at home.
Yeah.
And your kids are gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
What?
They get back from Greece.
Yeah. If I do something, I'll just do it for the plot.
Like for the heck of it, or?
Sort of. Like, let's say I do something I maybe probably shouldn't, but I'm just gonna do it for the plot.
Isn't that for laughs? Or
Yeah.
for
Just
laughs?
like stir things up.
things
Just
up.
just like yeah.
See, I can see my older son using that one.
I use that one a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you do actually?
Yeah, I keep it pretty professional on the pod, though. I could start
Okay.
throwing these in every once in a while.
Okay.
If something
Crazy. I've never heard of any. of these.
really,
No.
that's shocking. Okay, that 8.
That what? That 8? Like 8 the number?
No, like ATE or like Bobby, you ate with those shoes.
I'm not even old.
No, I know. I think like
But like you got to be on TikTok for these
you
things.
really do, and you honestly they're getting
And,
weirder and weirder the younger.
Like Instagram or no?
Yeah,
Those videos,
still,
right?
yeah.
No, I have
100%.
no clue.
If something ate, it means like wow, you popped off. Like that's cool.
So you
You just used it.
used another one. Pop. Cool, you got me.
Cool.
Okay.
Like, oh my gosh, Jules, you ate with this outfit. That's so cute. You look great.
Wow.
Great, cool, all the good words.
Okay.
All the good descriptors.
Man.
So if like a player comes
So like
off the
now
field,
I've guessed one, but I had no clue what that was either. So far we've said 5 different things. I have no clue.
but you got one
Yeah.
off a guess.
Yeah, off a guess.
So maybe like a player comes off, Kwasi, you ate with those 2 goals. You should say that.
Yeah. I'm gonna use that with Malik at some point.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you would love that.
Yeah.
Because for sure he's in there.
Yeah, because Malik for sure uses all these
Yeah.
words.
Okay. I am so gassed right now.
Tired.
Okay, yes, you're right. But in another so that's I would say one of 2 options. I'm gassed. Dan doesn't even know, really? I'm so gassed about this episode. It's gonna be so
Excited?
funny. Yes. Yeah. Why do you think I'm saying it wrong?
How did you guys take gas? How did you take?
That's gas. That's
That's gas.
Oh, okay.
I'm so gas.
Yeah.
So like lighting something on fire, gas. Right?
Sure.
Like it's great.
What we're
It's
gonna
on
say?
fire.
How did we take what
How did you take something that meant I'm tired
and make it
Gassed.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. But to their point, they are correct. If something is gas, like, that's awesome.
Okay.
So, like, something that's gas.
So I heard an interesting thing on the radio one day on my way in. And they were talking about something with different generations. And they were talking about what out of pocket means.
Oh, that's my next one.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
So what's out of pocket mean for you?
Well, what does it mean for you?
What do you mean?
Do you have a meaning for it?
Yeah.
Okay, out of pocket for me is like, that was kind of out of left field. Why are you saying that? That was out of pocket.
So see, here's the interesting thing. Do you carry cash on you?
No.
No. So that's why. Do you guys carry cash on you? No. So that's why it makes zero sense to you guys. Because out of pocket means I'm out of pocket for something.
Oh.
You know, like I had to get something or I had to spend money on something, I'm out of pocket.
So you have nothing left in your pocket?
Yeah. Or that came out of my pocket.
Oh, wow.
That's
that is
the original thing for it. You guys.
Oh, you young people.
Right? So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
So sorry. It's wildly inappropriate of me. Okay. I'm going to.
See, I didn't even see your book.
Yeah.
But I remember listening to that on the radio one day.
That's
and how
so
everyone on
interesting.
the show, or not everyone, there's like
Different generations.
older, younger.
Were you
and so
listening to
on.
Razamoka?
Yes.
Oh, so Maria probably thought in the sense that I said it.
And one of the other people, I can't remember.
Yeah. See, me and
one of the
Maria.
guys behind the scenes. I don't know them. They just
Yeah. The
they
producer.
keep me company on the way into work.
Yeah.
Shem.
Shem, let's go, Dan.
That's it. It was Shem.
Okay. Mood. Like.
It's obviously not how I'm feeling. What kind of mood I'm in. Forget the obvious. Something
Forget
about
the
the cap
actual
being
word.
at the top. You guys mentioned something else about that too.
Mood.
8. It's not about eating. See, it doesn't even make sense. You tried
really
it
doesn't
and you
make
realize after, like when you listen to the stuff.
What?
But
If that's a mood,
we've
like,
all had this lingo. I'm sure if I go back to what we
exactly,
used to use,
you
right?
had your own version of it for sure.
And if you hear it today, you're like, no, we would always think whatever our lingo was normal.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So mood is
yeah.
like that's relatable.
You're gonna have to send this to me in WhatsApp.
With the definitions.
Yeah, 100%.
You want them?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll do a little
drop
description.
a few of them as I'm just walking through the locker room.
Oh, mood.
Yeah.
This was really great. Thank you. I feel
great.
like we both learned a lot today.
All right, and I'm not out of pocket for anything, so we're
No, and neither
Are
am
you?
I. Sometimes, maybe.
All right.
Episode 14, I think, next week. I think this was 13.
This was 13. That's for sure.
Good, Epi.
Good job.
Thanks, Dan.
All right.
This has been Behind the Beard with Mackenzie Barwell and Bobby Smyrniotis. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.